Afternoon, everybody. Well, if last night's debate taught us anything, that is that our confidence cannot be in people. But you know what? As much as last night's display sickened me, it also actually was turned out to be something very positive. And that is, once again, it taught us that our confidence cannot be in man, but in God alone. Look at this great scripture says in Psalm 118 verses 8 and 9. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. It is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes. You know, the Bible is very clear that God raises one up and God pulls one down. Look at this scripture in Psalm 75, verse 6 and 7. It says, "For exaltation comes neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But God is judge. He puts one down and he exalts another." I also want to encourage you not only to put your trust in God, not in man, but I also want to encourage you not to get into nasty exchanges with people. You've got to remember your calling. You're called to be the salt and light of the world. You're called to represent Jesus to the world, to be a peacemaker as a child of God so that some might be saved. You know, you don't want to get baited into these flesh warfares because you're going to play right into Satan's hand and you're going to damage your witness for Christ. I plead with you today in the same way that Paul, the apostle, pleaded with the first century church. Look at what he said to them in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 through 3. "Therefore, I, as a prisoner for serving the Lord, beg you to lead a life worthy of your calling, for you have been called by God. Always be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other, making allowances for each other's faults because of your love. Make every effort." In the Greek, that means to strain every nerve, keeping yourselves united in the Spirit, binding yourselves together in peace. That word worthy there, walk a life worthy of your calling. That word worthy is an old English word that they use in the marketplace when you would bring your wheat or your corn or whatever you grew, and you go to the marketplace and they put your goods on one side of the scale, and then they put silver or gold on the other side of the scale, and when they balance, that's called worthy. And what Paul is saying is, live your life in such a way that it is worthy of your calling. What is your calling? Jesus has called you to represent him to the world. So in this chaos, in this division, in this environment that we're in right now, please remember your calling and live a life worthy of your calling. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.